Welcome back to another episode of the Watch Me Wholesale show. The way this works is I'm gonna randomly choose a market, then I'm gonna find a distressed property for sale, then crunch the numbers to figure out an offer price, and then finally call and make an offer. All that and more coming up.
This video is brought to you by Flipster, the nation's #1 real estate software, with tools for finding, funding, and flipping houses. Check it out now at getflipster.com.
If you're new here, I'm Jerry Norton, and I went from dead broke to millionaire flipping houses. And after doing 1,000 deals, I created this channel to help you master the art of wholesaling and flipping real estate so you can live your dream life. Be sure to subscribe and click the bell icon to get notified when new videos are released. Okay guys, I've got up here our picker wheel with 10 random markets. I'm gonna go ahead and click the spin button and let's see who the winner is. All right, San Antonio, Texas, let's go find a deal. Okay, so I went to Zillow here, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to find a distressed property. So I put in San Antonio, Texas in my search, and it brings up a map of that market there. And then it's got all these red dots here. These are all active properties for sale right now. So what I wanna do is I wanna try to find a distressed property that we can crunch numbers and then call and make an offer. So I'm gonna do something, I did this on a previous episode I thought was really good, is under, up here at the top here, you see how it's got agent listings. These are just for sale with real estate agents, which is what most people think of. And then you have other listings. And this could be by owner, like look at this one, for sale by owner, for sale by owner. It could be, you know, they put things on here like auctions and stuff like that, foreclosures and things. So, you know, you got some different properties that you can go after here. And so I'm gonna put it at the other right there. And then I'm gonna put newest. And the idea here behind newest is I wanna try to find a property that just came out for sale and maybe I can get in and get an offer in before anybody else does. So that's kind of the idea there. So if I go under here and put newest on the sort, then you can see here it pulls up some properties. Here's one right here. Let's look at this one. 2 days on Zillow, 85,000. And look at these pictures here. This thing is hammered, like drywall all falling out, some 2x4s on the floor. Look at that. There's a bunch of, looks like water damage maybe. Old kitchen. I mean, this thing is like a full-blown rehab here. Total gut rehab. So let's use this as an example. Let's use this as our case study. So if I want to try to comp this property, that's the next step, is let's comp this property. Well, first let's read it. Located near AT&T Center, that must be good for, you know, the business. 1 bedroom, 1 bath. Now that's not good, a 1 bedroom. We're gonna have to fix that for sure. Says there are several different exit strategies for this property. Buyer can fix and sell for $175 to $180. Buyer can do a 600 square foot addition and sell for $240 ballpark. Buyer could demo and rebuild a house like the ones directly behind for a price point of $290 and up. The house sits on a nice sized lot, 0.13 acres. You can potentially put 2 of the newer style homes on this lot. So clearly this thing is being marketed to an investor. And there's a property owner. I don't know if I mentioned this. This is for sale by owner. And we've got a property owner here that we can call. So we're gonna call here in a minute. But let me take a couple minutes and comp this property to figure out what's my back end, take out my numbers and figure out my buy price. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and right click on the tab and click duplicate. That makes a second tab. And then I'm gonna go ahead and X out of the property. It's gonna show me my map. And then I'm gonna try to zoom in here and find our neighborhood. Okay, so there we are. We're on Potomac right here, right by Walters. So you can see there's a couple actives, like look at this thing. There's an active for 308, another active for 300. So let's go ahead and put a couple filters in. I'm gonna take out everything that's not a house. So I have just houses. I'm gonna go to the more filter. Since we are 839 square feet, I want to put a filter for show me everything under 1,000 feet. I'm going to switch my days on Zillow to, let's go 6 months. Okay, and then I'm going to switch this from actives to solds. Let's see what we get here. And let me zoom out a little bit more so I can see more of my neighborhood. Let me zoom out a little bit more. Okay, now I don't want to go too far. I want to kind of stay in this kind of area right here. But look at this house here. This is 2-bedroom, 2-bath right here by us. This is really close to us. And this is a rehab. I mean, clearly look at this thing. They did a full-blown rehab. This is siding, windows, roof. They put this nice fence in here. You could a little bit of landscaping, new grass. But look how nice this house is. And the inside is a full rehab. So what they do is they're opening up these floor plans. Appliances included, wood floors. I mean, this is nice. Now, here's the problem, guys. We're in Texas. Texas is non-disclosure. There's 12 non-disclosure states. Texas is one of them. I hate non-disclosure because it makes it really hard to find data on the public sites like Zillow and Redfin. You need to have the MLS or pay for a service to get better data. So, but let me show you my workaround. So if I scroll down here, I want to go to the price history. And this is not foolproof, but it gives me a ballpark. If you look here, this property was listed on 3/31/2020 for $225. Now it sat for a while. They came to $217 on 6/26, sat for a long time. Then on 10/25, it finally went pending at $217.5, and looks like it closed, not that far after. So they actually didn't mark it pending until right before closing. So we don't really know what it sold for unless you have a way to go look that up. But I'm just going to say, let's say 200. It's listed for 217, sat for a while, probably got 200 as a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 984. Now I'm guessing, but I'm just using some logic here. So I'm going to say sold for 200 as a 2-bedroom. Now, if I want to match this, I got to get another bedroom and another bathroom in roughly the same square footage. So I'm going to have to do a redesign. How much is that going to cost? We'll talk about that in a minute. So that's an option. Let's go over here a little bit further away. Now this thing is you can see some rehab gone on here, but it's only $648. So I don't like that comp. Let's go over to this one. Okay, $999, 2-1. But this is a really poorly done rehab. I mean, the outside looks fine, but then old tile, and kitchen's updated, like that's new appliances, white cabinets, that's okay. Tile's really poorly done. And then, that's it. So, they updated, bathroom looks kind of updated. Let's see what this thing did. So I'm gonna go again, down to price. So they bought this thing for around where we're at. They bought this thing for around 85. It was listing removed at 85,000. Comes back up for sale about a year later for 159. Went pending a month later, so it's probably sold for around the 150 price point. Not a great comp though for 150 as a sale price. I was hoping to get closer to 200 like that other one. Here's two right next to each other. Let's look at the one for 880. Now this is a 3-bedroom. We're not a 3-bedroom, but it's same square footage. And this is a rehab too. You can see they've done some updates on this. Okay, and let's go look at price on this one. Not good at all. This thing pended at 119, so it sold for somewhere around there. But we're a little bit outside of our neighborhood. I think over here they do a little bit better. Let's go up over here and look at, okay, so who knows, this thing sold as a mess, I'm trying to find rehabs, right? I want to look for fix and flips. Here's a nice one. Let's look at this one. Like this one. It's a 3-bedroom, but it's tiny, 728 square feet. So it's small bedrooms. But guys, this is a full-blown rehab here. I mean, updated everything. Looks like they did a really nice job. Let's see what the numbers are on this one. So price history. So started out at 279, went to 269, 259, 239. Clearly they were way optimistic on this thing. Finally, they get it down to 209. And then at 209, it went pending really quick at 209. So then sold a month later. So I'm going to guess again around 200. Now that's our second comp for around 200. That was like a really full-blown rehab with small square footage. So I'm going to go with the 200, I think 200 ARV as a reasonable back-end number on what this thing could get if it was fully remodeled. Okay, so now what I want to do with that is quickly run through some numbers with you so you can kind of see my logic here. I think this thing is going to be every bit a $75,000 rehab. I got to do roof, siding, windows, go inside, do all new inside kitchen. It is small, $839, but I think for $75,000, that's a heavy number for 839 feet. I am going to have to put up some walls to make this thing a 2-bedroom. I'd love to fit a second bath in there, so it's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, but I got to go with a $75,000 rehab. So if I take, let's just follow the normal formula. So guys, on this one, I'm going to just stick to the tried and true formula of a 70%, maybe we go 75%. That's what most flippers are doing right now for their formula. So if I take, I'm going to stick with 200 because, or 70% because it's a heavy rehab. So I'm going to go with 200,000 times 0.7. That takes out closing costs, carrying costs, and profit. So 15% profit, around 8 or 9% closing, and around 6% carry. So I'm going to take that right off the top. So that puts me at 140, and then I'm going to subtract out my rehab of 75. That puts me at 65, and if I want to wholesale it, then I got to be even below that. So I got to be more like 55 or 50. So I think my number really is more like 50, 55. They're asking 85, so we're off right there, but who knows? Let's call and see what's going on here and make our offer, see what we can do. So I've got this number down here. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna text this owner, make sure that they're available, and then if they answer that text, then I'll say, hey, can I call you right now to talk about it, and then we'll call.
Hello?
Yes, hello, this is Jerry Norton. I texted you a minute ago. What's your name?
My name is Sheldon.
Sheldon?
Yes, sir.
Hi, Sheldon. Yeah, calling you about your property on Potomac.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm an investor, and clearly you're marketing this for an investor, right?
Yes, sir, I am.
Okay, great. Are you the property owner?
I am a wholesaler. I find properties and I market them to investors like yourself.
Gotcha, great. Yeah, I work with a lot of wholesalers, buy a lot of properties from wholesalers, so
Awesome.
I get it. So are you selling your contract?
Yes, I'm assigning my contract.
Okay. And what's your time frame on this? When's closing?
I didn't go back and look at the closing date.
Okay.
Within the next couple of weeks.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Well, good. Well, what can you tell me about it? I see you've got a couple different exit strategies. How are you coming up with the 175 to 180? Is that keeping it a 1-bedroom, or is that making it a 2-bedroom?
Yeah. So let me think on this property. I got to go back and look, man. I look at so many properties. I got to go back and look at it.
They're calling it a 1-bedroom.
Yeah, I think it's a 1-in-1 now.
Yeah, it's a 1-1.
Yeah, so I think it's making it a 3-2 gets the value on it. I believe that's what it is. Adding 600. Oh, that's what it is on that one. I think it's adding 600 square feet gets you the value.
Yeah, you wrote down in the comments, fix and flip it how it is, get 175 to 180, do a 600 square foot addition, sell it for 240 ballpark, or tear it down and do new construction and get 290.
Yeah, and I'll put the pictures of the new constructions in the backup. I mean, you don't have to be that, but those are selling really well in that area.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm seeing some homes over there that are really done up nice, that are under 1,000 feet, 2-bedroom, that seem to be going for around 200.
Yeah. It's a hot area. It's a hot area, man. And I mean, I don't want to overvalue it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So what you're saying is very true. Yeah.
I mean, I just got to shoot straight with you, though. I mean, this thing needs roof. It needs complete redesign. It needs a lot of work. I mean, what do you think this would cost to fix up? What's your budget?
So it depends on your exit strategy. It depends on what you want to do.
Well, I at least have to make it a 2-bedroom.
So let's say you go through the whole house and just basically add another bedroom, do everything. I mean, even if you added, let's say worst case scenario, you added 60,000 to the house, 70,000 to the house. You know, It just, like I said, it depends on your exit strategy. If you're gonna go through and glamour it up and everything, adding the you talking about not adding the square footage is what you're saying?
Yeah, not adding square footage.
Not adding the square footage.
Yeah, I mean, that can be done, but I don't know that I want to go through that nightmare.
So obviously you're not in San Antonio, correct?
No.
Okay. So you're probably talking about, I don't know, 40, 50 to be able to get it to where you need to be. And that's, getting everything, because in order to get the value, you want it to match the other houses in the area that are all pimped out.
I think my gut's telling me to get 200, I would need to spend about 75.
75 on that house?
Because I got to do roof, siding, windows, kitchen, bath, flooring. There's a lot of torn up walls. And I got to figure out how to get a second bedroom in this thing, which it's 840 square feet. So there's all the other ones are 2-bedroom that are under 1,000 like this. So now I'm framing in and kind of redesigning. All those other ones that are selling for 200, they open up the kitchen. So you got to like put a header in right there and make that kind of open through into the living, right?
Right. Yeah,
I mean it's just a big one. Like I gotta rip out this ramp, this wheelchair stuff, landscaping. I might have some leveling to do. I don't know. I'm just, I do this quite a bit, and this thing is screaming 75 grand to get. And these other ones are nice. Like I'm looking at these solds in the neighborhood. They're not cosmetic flips. They're full blown, baby. I mean, they're like
most of them it's a gentrified area. Most of them are full blown.
Oh yeah, like they're doing grass. They're putting in those fences,
Mm-hmm.
And you're doing like an open concept with they're just nice. I mean, the deck. This one here that got 200. It's got a nice deck off the back. It's just full blown. I mean, there's no cutting corners to get that number. Yeah. So that makes it a little tight for me at 85 is all.
I think 75 is might be a lot, but that's being safe. That's definitely being safe.
Yeah, but how much room do you have on it? I mean, are you firm on your number, or where are you at?
Well, just to be honest, I have it for 75.
Oh, okay. So you're trying to you're trying to do a quick 10 assignment. Yeah. Which you might get, but for that would be too tight for me. If I'm gonna spend 75 and do a full blown, I got to have a little better margins on it.
I think the best value is going to be adding the 600 square feet and
going for the 240 number.
Yeah. And that's easy in that area too.
I just don't know what that would look like with permitting and foundation and.
So because this property has different exit strategies, what we usually do is just so because I want to get your information and send you other properties that we have.
Yeah.
And that we have coming down the pipeline.
Uh-huh.
So usually we have a contract bid on the property. So a person like yourself, if it's a property that you want, we have a contract bid on all the different things that need to be done. But because this one have different exit strategies, depending on the buyer, we didn't put that in there.
Mm-hmm.
So,
okay.
But, I don't know if you have boots on the ground or contractors in this area, but we have good contractors that we link up with our investors, and they're trustworthy and they do good work, and that's usually the biggest headache.
I mean, if you make it look like 1806 East Crockett Street, that's the same. It's actually a little bigger. It's 984. It's a 2.2. That's the other thing. It's a 2.2. Mm-hmm. But if you add square footage, I mean, I guess that's the thing is what I didn't even look at what stuff is selling for over 1,000 feet. Uh-huh. But I guess where I'm going is if I had a hard bid from a contractor that knows what they're doing and they can make this thing a 3-bedroom now, 3-bedroom, 2-bath. If you add 600 feet, you're going to be now pushing the what is that, 1,400 square feet?
Yes, sir. Uh-huh.
And if that's a 240, 250 number and you can justify the cost, if I can justify the rehab, then I just strictly look at the numbers, right? I'm a cash buyer flipper. I want to buy right and make sure it's got margin on it.
Most definitely.
So I don't know if you got time, but yeah, send your guy out there and say, hey, I got a cash buyer, but he doesn't think he's concerned about the rehab on this thing.
So you're looking at 3.2 with the 600 square feet where you get your value, and what that cost would be to make it look like 18. You said 1806 Crockett.
Yeah, now that one's not a 3, it's a 2, and it's only 984. But you could see the quality on that thing to get that number.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and
I can definitely get my guy out there, and what I'll do is once I get him out there, I'll get you on the phone, and matter of fact, what I'll do is I'll go out and I'll have him walk it, kind of give him an idea of what we want to do, get a number, and even link you guys up. Mm-hmm. And because that'll be a better conversation, you know, giving him your vision on what you want and see if he can do it within your budget, and go from there. The weather's bad right now. A lot of the power's out. Roads are closed. Imagine that in Texas. We don't know how to act when it gets below 7.
No one knows what to do. Everyone's driving off the road in the ditch. They don't know how to drive on any snow.
It's crazy, but it's clearing up. I'm gonna call him and see if he's able to move around or when, and then I'll see if I can't get him to go out there and walk it and go from there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna text you my email address. You can shoot me your information, your name, all that good stuff. That way I have your contact information and go from there.
All right, now I just quickly changed my filter and I'm looking at one here right on Crockett, which is like a street down, I think, from yours. And this thing is, it's still a 2.1. Okay, it's just 1,200 feet, so they kept it a 2.1. Okay, no, I don't want that. I want to, here's a 4.2. Here's a good one. Oh no, it doesn't tell me. Yeah, so I'm thinking if you're adding 600 square feet, you should get to a 3.2.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Get to a 3.2. You're going to be 1,400 square feet. Probably you're going to be 1,400 square feet.
14 plus, yeah.
Okay, found one. I found one. Here's our comp. Write this down. 224 St. John.
Okay, 1 second.
I like this one. This is the model right here. This is the model. Let me look up what this thing did. Oh, this thing crushed it. Now I don't know what it closed for because of freaking Texas non-disclosure. Can you look up what this thing actually sold for? Do you have access to MLS or something?
Yeah.
Are you breaking up? Are you there?
Yeah, I have access.
Look this one up for me. I want to know. It's 1484 3.2 rehab to the nines. I mean, it's amazing. And they listed for 299.9. Went pending a month later at 299.9. So I'm gonna guess it sold for probably close to list.
Yeah, they hold their value in that area, man. It's right close to downtown. Yeah.
So you're talking this thing sold for close to 300, probably 300.
Oh, man. In that area all day long.
Now is this even, when's this? We look a year built. It looks so nice. It looks new construction.
It's probably built in the 40s or 30s.
This might be new construction. Yeah, no, remodel 2020. No, it's 1915.
Yeah.
You tell your guy what's it going to cost to make this crappy house look like this nice one on 224 St. John. What's that going to cost?
Okay. Let me see.
Total permits, total everything.
Yeah, my guy, they do it all. 6'1". Where you at 248? Where's that at?
I live in Arizona. That's a Michigan number. I'm originally from Michigan. But I like San Antonio.
People from Arizona venturing out this way for properties.
Yeah, I like San Antonio. Are you looking it up right now?
Yeah, I'm trying to. I mean, I can look it up, and I mean, did you want to hold on the phone?
No. You know what I'm looking for, right? I want to.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
I want to buy your house, make it look like this one, and sell it for $300.
Okay. Yeah.
And if that pencils, I'll do it.
Okay. Yeah. Text me your name and your email address if you don't mind.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
And I'll get back with you.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right. Pleasure meeting you. Thank you.
Okay. Bye. Okay, so I was not expecting a wholesaler, although I should have, because a lot of times wholesalers will do the Zillow by owner. I've been running into that a lot lately, where they get the assignment, they get an agreement from their seller that they can market the property, and then they go ahead and they put it by owner on Zillow, and look at it. The guy got out-of-state cash buyer, me, call on his brand new listing. This thing's been out for 2 days. And so here it is. It's this beat up house. It's in this great area though. Flips are going on like crazy. I was not originally looking at this like, an addition. I thought, you know what? That sounds like a lot of hassle. What's a rehab look like? But after considering that and looking and going back, changing my filters, I found that amazing comp where that house sold for around $300 in that neighborhood as a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, totally brand new updated home, brand new meaning fully rehabbed. So now this is a wholesaler. So the way I like to deal with wholesalers is I tell them, look, here's my numbers. If you can justify to me your buy price doing X rehab and that pencils out, I'll do it. That's what I told them. I said, show me that that's a deal. Show me buying it for $85. I got to know what it's going to cost to fix it. I don't have a contractor in San Antonio. Wholesalers are supposed to be problem solvers, right? You solve my problem for me. You go find me a contractor that's going to give me an all-inclusive bid, the whole thing, A to Z, to get me to look like that comp. And so it's cut and dry here. There's no like, oh, well, what do you want to do? No, that comp. I want it to look just like that. And so now that contractor can bid it. He'll give me a price. I take my rehab, I take my buy, factor in closing carry. Can I make a nice profit? If we can, I'll go ahead and look at that as a fix and flip. So this is the Watch Me Wholesale show. Now, I'm dealing with a wholesaler here, but guys, I want you to kind of think about this. If you're a fix and flipper like me and you also flip, now you could kind of see a way to look at that. But also, this should be really eye-opening for you because the wholesaler was talking to me. So now, how do you act like a wholesaler and talk to a cash buyer? And I thought he did a pretty good job. He really didn't know much. Like, it was funny. I don't even know what property we're talking about here. That tells me a couple things. He's pretty active probably because he's got a lot of properties. But he basically said to me, hey, let me help you solve your problems. I can find a contractor. And he's giving me options. Why don't you think about new construction? Why don't you think about an addition? Why don't you think about these different ways to where you can make money? And he did something really odd, I thought, which I don't know. He kind of showed me his hand. He said, I got the contract for 75 and I'm trying to make 10. So that lets me know he doesn't have much room to move on it. I think he felt probably a little less intimidated because I came right out and said, hey, I like wholesalers. No problem. You're a wholesaler. Thank you for being transparent. I got no problem with wholesalers. I buy from wholesalers all the time. So I think he felt a little safe to kind of say, look, I don't got much room. I got it at 75. I'm bringing it to you at 85. That doesn't mean he can't go back and renegotiate. So if the numbers don't work, they don't work. He can renegotiate or terminate or sell to somebody else. So guys, I hope that was helpful. I want to point out here that I did all of this manually, no tools, right here on Zillow, running it on a calculator. But if you really want to take your game to a whole new level, you really should check out Flipster. It's an all-inclusive cloud-based platform that I created to really help you organize, streamline, and automate all of the steps to wholesaling and flipping houses, including deal analyzers, digital contracts, a CRM tool, even lead generation, everything you need. Tools like skip tracing, virtual assistants, really the entire business model in one platform. To check that out and learn more, just go to getflipster.com. And guys, hope you really enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a comment, let me know, and be sure to subscribe to the channel. This is the #1 channel on YouTube for all things wholesaling and flipping, and I'll see you on the next video.